What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 23rd episode of the Investing Penguin. Covered calls and cash secured puts. If you are new to my channel, stick around as I reveal my huge year-end numbers for 2021. Wow, what a year! The numbers exceeded all my expectations. And stick around till the end as I share some interesting facts about the Squid game. And please hit all those buttons, subscribe, like, and share. It's supposed to help all my YouTube algorithms and make me filthy rich. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Penguin, and in this video I reveal the huge year-end numbers for 2021 using covered calls and cash secured puts. 2021 was a great year, and we're going to review 2021 in detail. Remember, I'm a retail investor just like you, trying to make money investing in the stock market. You've heard me say in my videos, lots of littles, and lots of littles can add up to big numbers. I had 274 transactions in 2021. Each month, I am generating premium, aka cash flow, by selling covered calls and cash secured puts. I love capturing dividends using my covered call strategy. I captured over $12,000 in dividends in 2021. You know, when COVID hit in 2020, Jim Cramer and all those Wall Street wise guys said oil and energy stocks were dead. Well, thanks to Joe Biden's terrible energy policy, canceling pipelines and canceling oil drilling contracts, oil has been a big winner for me in 2021. With all these profits in 2021, it's time to pay the piper. Time to pay the taxman. The IRS wants their money. But paying taxes is a good problem to have. That means you're making money. Well, let's jump into this. We have a lot to cover. We're going to review the monthly numbers. We're going to review the year-end numbers. We're going to review the tax numbers. Lots of numbers in this video. But as an investor, you have to complete this review so you can start planning for 2022. So put on your PJs and get comfortable. The fireworks show is going to start. Here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average chart for 2021. Look at all those opportunities for making money. We were down, then we were up. We were down, then we were up. We ended December with record highs. Here is the NASDAQ composite chart for 2021. Same thing here. Up, down, up, down. Some great opportunities for covered calls and cash secured puts, but you have to act fast. Here is the S&P 500 chart for 2021. More record highs. This market has just been amazing. You almost have to ask, how can you not make money in 2021? It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in 2022. What do you guys think? Can this trend continue? I covered this chart in episode number 14, so I won't go into much detail again, but look at WTI crude oil. As soon as Joe Biden won the presidential election, the price of oil took off. The experts, the hedge funds, the algorithms, the high-speed traders all knew this was going to happen. And I mention all this not because I want to bash Biden. Well, actually I do. Go Brandon. But because as a retail investor, we need to understand these issues and how they affect stock prices when selling covered calls and cash secured puts. Wow. Look at the pretty colors. So over $7,000 in profits in January. Over $8,000 in profits in February. Over $48,000 in profits in March. Almost all of that is related to oil stocks. Like I said before, oil was a winner in 2021. Over $9,000 in profits in April. Over $17,000 in profits in May. Over $12,000 in profits in June. Over $4,000 in profits in July. Over $6,000 in profits in August. Over $12,000 in profits in September. Over $8,000 in profits in October. Over $8,000 in profits in November. and over $5,000 in profits in December. So here's what you've been waiting for. A total of $148,163.86 in 2021. I never would have thought in my second year of doing this that I would hit six figures. I'm not trying to brag about this. I am by no means a Wall Street financial investment expert. I've never been on CNBC. I'm actually not a big fan of Jim Cramer. I'm not friends with Warren Buffett. If I can do this, anyone can do this. I had 274 transactions in 2021, which equates to an average of $540.74 per transaction. Like I said before, lots of littles can add up to big numbers. This chart shows the profits month by month in 2021. Sometimes a visual can really help explain the numbers. Look at March. That was a monster month due to all the profits from oil. This chart shows the profits broken down by trade type. You know, in 2021, 46% of my profits were due to those huge gains in all those oil stocks. But will that continue in 2022? The Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P are all trading at record highs. Can I achieve huge gains again in 2022? What are your thoughts? You know, I think 2022 is going to be a challenging year with so many stocks trading at the top of their range. It's going to be really important to pick the right stocks in 2022. I call this the good, the bad, and the ugly. So not every trade is a winner. You have to take the good with the bad, and the losses are just downright ugly. For you millennials, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a great Clint Eastwood spaghetti western movie. So ending the year and going into 2022, I've got over $18,000 in unrealized losses. I decided not to sell those stocks and not to take any tax losses. These unrealized losses don't really bother me since these stocks all pay dividends and I think they will eventually turn a profit. AT&T has been problematic, but I think it will recover closer to the merger. Kinder Morgan is performing and I just bought it at too high of a price, so shame on me. Same with Verizon and Intel, I bought them too high. I really think all these stocks will recover in 2022, but you tell me what you think in the comments below. Should I have taken the tax losses in 2021? And speaking of taxes, damn, I'm writing a big check April 15th to the IRS. But I'm not going to complain because paying taxes is a good thing. It means that you are making money. So I reviewed this stock list in my video number 15, How I Pick Stocks, and I highly recommend watching that video. So here's the list of all 39 stocks that I have performed covered calls and cash secured puts with since I have started. These stocks align with my investment objective. There's nothing earth-shattering about these stocks, and everyone watching this video is probably familiar with these stocks. Like I said before, I'm not a Wall Street financial investment expert. I don't have a magic 8-ball. But if I can do this, anybody can do this. So it's time to talk about taxes. This table shows the long-term capital gains tax rates for 2021, and none of this applies to my trading. Short-term capital gains are taxed as ordinary income. These tables show the federal income tax brackets for 2021. Like I said, short-term capital gains are taxed as ordinary income. This is where I start crying. I'm probably going to pay around $45,000 in taxes related to my covered calls and cash secured puts. Check out that little girl crying. I can totally relate. My daughter asked me what taxes are like, and so she could understand, I went to the kitchen and ate 46% of her cookies. In the unfortunate event where your losses exceed your gains, you can claim a tax deduction of up to $3,000, and anything above that you will have to carry forward to later years. In summary, you don't want losses trading stock options. The wash sale. This is very important to understand, and I'll be honest, I just learned about this in 2021. Simply put, the wash sale rule prohibits an investor from claiming a capital loss for tax purposes if they repurchase the same stock or similar stock within 30 days. This is really important to understand, especially at the end of the year in December and during the Santa Claus rally. Well, that's it. Time flies when you're having fun. Having fun making money, that is. I can't believe 2021 is already over. Another year older and another year wiser. I'm always working on more videos, and please drop your comments below. And stick around for 10 more seconds as I share some interesting facts about the Squid Game in South Korea. You know, those South Koreans are making some pretty good movies and miniseries. Watch out, Hollywood. The Squid Game is real. Unfortunately, household debt levels in South Korea are among the highest in the world. At the end of June of 2021, South Korean debt levels stood at 1,805 trillion won, which is 1.5 trillion US dollars. This is according to the Bank of Korea. In 2021, the total amount of debt that South Koreans ran up exceeded the country's GDP by 5%. That is a 105% debt to GDP ratio. If every South Korean saved every dollar they earned for an entire year, they would still be unable to pay off their debts. The U.S. in comparison has a lower debt to GDP ratio, which is just below 80%. Real estate prices in the capital city of Seoul, where about half the population lives, saw a spike of 22% in 2020. And South Korea has the highest suicide rate among the 38 OECD countries, which is really sad. Being in debt can be very depressing. South Korea needs Dave Ramsey.
A big stack of bills that gets bigger each day. The county's gonna haul my belongings away 'cause I'm busted.
Ray Charles is a legend. Busted is one of my many favorite songs by Ray Charles. The Nashville songwriter Harlan Howard wrote this song in 1962. It was originally recorded by Johnny Cash that year, but it became a hit in 1963 when Ray Charles did a soul version, which, by no doubt, is the best version. Disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm only sharing my experiences and opinions. Investing involves risk, so please seek advice and educate yourself.